You have a gas leak in your house and you need to know how to find it? I think I've got the tool for you. Hi, this is Ross with DIY on the House. My weekend job is YouTube videos. My day job is a plumber. Been a plumber 25 years, seen a lot of different gas leaks. They range from on main lines to right at the appliance or the water heater or whatever. We just received a tool from Toptes. And this is a combustible gas leak detector. And I tell you what, I'm going to be using the crap out of this thing. It says PT199 is the model number. And I'm going to go through and show you how to use it and how to use it in real life application. Alright, so included in the box is the detector, a AAA battery, instructions, and also a protective carrying pouch. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and pop off the little cap here, drop our positive side down on the battery, go ahead and screw that back on. There's a plastic screen on here that you're going to find on most screens. So what we're going to do is we're going to peel that off, and just like that, that's gone, and it's a nice clear screen for you. On the sensitivity, you have a high sensitivity and low sensitivity. We're going to be testing in high sensitivity rather than low. Real life application, you don't know where the gas leak is, so you're just going to be kind of searching a broad area, and then you can go to low sensitivity and really pinpoint it. So when you first turn the unit on, it's going to go through a 30-second calibration. Okay, so that just beeped twice. That means it's calibrated and ready to go. What it's doing during calibration is taking samples of just the standard air. It's just, seeing what a baseline is. So when you get up to a combustible gas, it knows that it's actually combustible gas. Once you turn it on, it's going to be 50 to 500 parts per million. And that's a high sensitivity. Turn it off to low sensitivity, and now you're at 500 to 1,000 parts per million. So you're really kind of getting in there to the smaller leaks and being able to get up close and personal with them. And all right, we're going to go ahead and take this out and do a real life test. Okay, we're here at a furnace, and we're going to go ahead and try the detector out. I'm going to show you the process of what I do. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on and let it go through its 30-second calibration. Okay, now that it just calibrated, the first place I go to typically is going to be on the flex line at this connector, and one of the more important places also that a lot of people forget is the valve. This is just a standard ball valve. Now these will leak. They're not bulletproof. So we'll just go ahead and take our detector, high sensitivity. So we're going to go around the valve, especially this point right at the handle. Where this handle connects, there's actually a small nut under it on this ball valve. Over time, the neoprene can either shrink up or whatever, or if this valve gets used all the time, it can also loosen that nut to the point where you have a leak. So once we get through that, we'll go through the fittings and we'll find out, and we're finding nothing. And then we're going to come up. You want to also go along this flex line. Now this is in a furnace closet, so I mean it's not going to get bumped and stuff, but maybe if it's where a water heater is, and we'll show you that next, things get bumped, and that's just the way life is. Okay, and we have nothing. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cause a leak. I'm going to go ahead and shut my gas off right now, and I'm going to go ahead and cause a small leak right now. And I mean, this thing went straight off. So if you were doing this with just a bubbly water, you would catch this right here. All right, we're at a water heater, and we're going to go ahead and test the lines on this as well, and the connectors. I do suggest every time you go to a new appliance area, recalibrate, so it can take a new sample of the surrounding air. So we're just going to take it. We're going to go on all the knobs, and you can get gas leaks on and around this gas valve. Not finding anything right here. I'm going to go along the flex line and to the connectors all the way to the gas valve. Okay, and we're finding nothing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cause a leak on this. The same type of location. Oh man. There we go. Okay, so I went ahead and caused the leak. And this is an older, anytime you see the gray supply lines or the flex lines, those are brass. And if they get moved around or something bumps into them quite often, these can actually form a crack in it. A lot of the yellow ones or the stainless steel, they're a lot tougher lines. We're going to go along and bring it up. And it just hits it right off get-go. So when we take it away, it's going to start sampling the air around it, and it'll start to go down, just as it does right there. Okay, so that's not detecting any gas. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move closer to the leak and see what it starts to pick up. And it just drops right there. Now, propane is heavier than air, so on this kind of appliance right here, if you sample under it, let's go ahead and let it go back to 0. It starts to pick up gas under the fitting. On natural gas is lighter than air. It's going to go up. It rises. So it's just hitting on this right here. Put that on low sensitivity. And I'm right on the fitting now, and I'm picking it up. So, all right. So we know our gas leak is there. All we got to do is repair that gas leak, and we're good to go. So I'm just going to tighten that up. I'm going to blow on it because I want the gas from around the fitting to dissipate. So we're going to come back up and right around the fitting, and the leak is gone. Okay, we are at our RV right now, and actually about 6-7 months ago, I ended up replacing the selector switch, selecting from one tank to another. This was leaking like a big dog. We do have another video on this, how to replace this actual unit. And I'm just going to start going around the fittings on this and seeing if I can pick up anything, and hopefully not. Just want to go through all the brass fittings. The selector's actually on this thing. So we'll just go up against everything, see if we can find anything. Now on an RV, everything is always moving when you're traveling down the road. That gives more of a potential for fittings to loosen up or to get jarred a little bit, and also when you're, just basic use. And so that is something you want to definitely check to make sure you don't have anything going on. We don't have anything going on, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to loosen up the LP just a hair, and it goes straight off. So we'll go back, I got that tightened up, and that's it. That leak is gone. Go around this valve, and so we're good here. And also you want to check at the end of these rubber hoses where it meets up with the camper or the motorhome. There's also a possibility for that rubber hose at that connector as well. So you just want to check everything that you can. Here we are at the refrigeration. We have a 3/8 solid copper tubing coming in. But this fitting right here is one we want to check, make sure it's not suspect. And around this, and we're good here as well. Okay, that is the overview of the Toptes gas leak detector for combustible gas, PT199, and you can see that this is super simple to use. So the unit is available on Toptes website, toptestools.com. The units sell for just right at 20 bucks, basically. This detector is definitely worth looking into. We will have the link down below. I hope this video showed you on how the function of the Toptes PT199 works. The sensitivity, I think it's great. I'll definitely be using this in our plumbing business. and we'll have the link down below. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. It's always subscribe. We appreciate it. And we thank you for watching DIY on the house.